Hey, this is Pretty Kitty. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. One of the things that helped me out tremendously was going bigger on my artwork. What I came here to say is if you have trouble with creating more detailed pieces, go bigger. That is go bigger. Your computer will not thank you, but you will thank you. Why? Because the bigger the piece, the more you're able to scale it back. And once you scale it back at about, I don't know, 33%, 25 or 50%, everything looks tighter. This is the same thing that goes with line art. Let's see if we can open up a new canvas here. And I'm going to show you something super quick. I don't need it to be that super big. All right, 3 by 5 inches. Okay, whatever. All right, so I'm just gonna sketch something super duper quickly. Let's see what I can come up with. I'm just gonna sketch. Let's sketch a foot, or actually not even a foot. I'm gonna sketch a paw because, you know, I don't know. Paws are on the brain right now. Weird. It's like 2:30 in the morning. That explains everything. So I'm gonna draw like a super quick paw, right? And this goes for people that are inkers, that do like inking. They don't do digital painting like I do, and they want to like ink a comic strip or something of the sort, right? Okay, and we'll do some claws too, because you know, sometimes claws are good with paws. All right, cool, right? I'm gonna do some fur here and there just because I want to do fur. All right, so we have this paw here, right? And this is the paw at 100%. Why don't we take this piece right here and we're gonna blow this piece up. No, we're not going to change the canvas size. We're going to change the image resolution. Let's make this about 2 times the size that it's going to be in, right? Big paw, right? All right, so now we're going to do a new layer and we are going to quote unquote ink this, and we're going to ink this. We're not going to do it rather messily, but we're going to do it pretty, you know, pretty okay. Let's see, maybe dense watercolor, because that always does the job for me. Oh, and right now I am using Manga Studio. It was on sale for like 25 bucks, so I snapped it up. If you want to have a really cool painting program with text, with actual like text enabling, you should totally go for Manga Studio. That's my biggest pain point with Paint Tool SAI. But besides that, it was good. All right, so let me go ahead and do something cool for the inking. Right, so we got this paw. And we're gonna make the lines at about, I think 15 will be cool, right? All right, so we're gonna do it about 100, and we're gonna, oh, I think I'm on the wrong layer. Yep, I am. Okay, so actually not even, we're gonna go on to opaque watercolor, because that's my favorite kind of watercolor tool. Put this about 15 or 17. And we're gonna start, right? So let's say this character is really bushy. He's got a bushy leg / paw, and it also helps me when I'm inking to do to have characters with short strokes rather than long strokes. Okay. So we're inking here. And we're inking, right? All right, so now we're gonna go to a bigger size. And mind you, I am not primarily an inker. I do not ink as a, like, I don't ink. I personally do not like inking. I never got the hang of it when I was younger, and when I was introduced into art, I didn't get the hang of like digitally inking. So I just skipped it and went straight to painting. Nothing bad about inking at all. It's just I can't execute it as well as, you know, some other, as well as I want to. therefore I decided to just skip it to painting. Plus I like the free form of painting. But so here we go, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this, and I'm trying to make sure that this isn't like painterly because I want to keep it ink-esque. We're gonna scooch out, right? We go back out about 25%, and do you see how polished, how much better it looks, even though it's rather messy? Here's the thing: if you go big, here we go. If you go big, you will be able to achieve much better results with your paintings and with your artwork, especially if you're an inker, especially if you're a digital painter. The thing is that even though at 100% this is super messy, and you're looking and you're like, oh my god, this looks horrible, right? But then you step away and you're able to see what works and what doesn't. And you'll also be able to understand that some things may or may not look great far away, or even better yet, you'll be able to see that what your artwork looks like in front of you in full resolution right now might look like crap, but then you scale it back and you step away from your piece, then you're able to feel like, okay, I can see what works and what doesn't. This will allow you to create better judgment in what you're doing and better analysis on what you're working on. That's what I learned in art school. I went to a community college, but that's what I learned in my art classes for my pieces, or for anything that I was working on, is to step away and to look at it from a distance. And this goes the same way for your digital pieces too. I'll show you another example. So this is the portrait that I'm working on. As I already mentioned earlier, this is at 50%. And it looks pretty like high detail, high ref. Oh my gosh, look at all this high resolution. Cool, right? But if I go back, go into like 100, right? Go into like the full resolution. And you actually zoom in even further. Do you see all these strokes here? I'm going to emulate a couple of them. Let's put them in blue. So this one here, this is what I did. That's what I did. That's all I did. I didn't do anything crazy. I just did this, right? That's all I did. And I might have did a little bit of blending here and there. But this is all I did to create the texture of the chest plates of this character. And it's crazy because you might think that all I'm doing is I'm making my brush strokes super, well tight together if you look at it from here, but you can tell it creates texture. It's okay to not be as polished as, you might want, because you're able to create better texture and better detail, I think. For example, here, I'll give you a quick idea of what I did for her scales here. So for her scales, I had her base color right here already dark. So I came in with a lighter color and I just literally just scribbled a couple of pieces of what her scales would look like in the light. Of course, we're talking about in the light here, because in the dark you wouldn't really see as much detail. So this is why you can see over here and over here, this isn't as dark. So we're gonna go back in, and I would love to go more in depth in how I paint certain things, like how I paint eyes. I actually love the way I painted her eyes in this. I like the way that they look vibrant even without the colors yet. How I paint scales, especially how I paint fur. this is basically my quick tip for you. The bigger you go, your computer will hate you, but the bigger you go, the better your pieces will be. I thoroughly believe that, because you'll be able to A, have more room for detail, and B, be able to not go as tight knit with your detail. So when you zoom out and you show it in web version or print version, it looks so much better. That is all I have for you today. I hope you guys liked the video and the Pretty Kitty quick tip. So please make sure you subscribe, because I upload every Thursday and every Sunday now. So you get to see me twice in a week. And I hope you guys enjoy. Please let me know in the comments below if you want me to go over anything at all. If it includes how I paint eyes, how I paint scales, how I paint fur, whatever, I am more than willing to give you an in-depth tutorial on what I do, because, you know, I love you guys. So anyway, thank you again so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a pretty kitty kind of day. Have a good one.